What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So we're gonna check out WWE Snubs CM Punk Wrestlemania main event, Alexa Bliss change, heat on LA Knight, and other wrestling related news. Now I did hear the rumors that the match that may be slated for CM Punk this year will be Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That's the rumored report. We don't know how true that is, but we'll see how things play out in the Elimination Chamber. When that does happen, it should be coming up relatively soon. So we'll see how all of that will play out. But I'm not going to lie to you. That is a fire match. That is definitely a fire match. Don't know if it's going to take the main event slot, obviously, because, you know, the two championship matches will most likely take the main event slots. But I don't know. We'll see. That's a fire match. I would definitely love to see that at WrestleMania. So we'll see if that's what he has to talk about. Also, you're probably wondering why you can see the green screen. Well, I wanted to show y'all this is how I look before the green screen is actually turned on, because of the shirt that I'm wearing in the lime green. It's going to make me look invisible in this area. So if those people that ask why can I see right through Ross, that's because of the shirt I have on, and I don't feel like changing it because I actually like this shirt. So now that you guys know, and just to let you know what's about to happen, boom, you can see right through me. There we go. So we're gonna get right into this video. Let's see what's going on here, man.
What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlemania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a major change to a Wrestlemania match. Is Drew McIntyre still angry with WWE? Is there any heat on LA Knight? WWE changing up plans for Alexa Bliss? Logan Paul went off script at the Rumble. Is Jim Johnston back in WWE? Hollywood eyeing Alexa Bliss, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlemania XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at a major change to a WrestleMania match. At top of today's news is a report that WWE has decided to book a triple threat for WrestleMania 41. And as we'll see, it's a big change from what fans have heard. PW Insider is reporting, for everyone who's asked, my belief is the Roman Reigns' out of action reference made by Michael Cole was more of a way to explain his absence in the storyline short term than anything else. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins currently is the plan for WrestleMania 41.
Crazy.
Now, while it's always possible WWE is putting this story out to mislead fans into the actual main event,
Possibly.
the apparent change of plans are huge. At first, it suggests that none of the three superstars will have a world title match at WrestleMania unless Cody or Gunther drops their respective world titles to one of the three, quite an unlikely prospect. Second, it's possible that this match won't be one of the WrestleMania's two main events. This is problematic for CM Punk, as WWE has built up the story of Punk's quest to main event Mania for the first time. Although WWE doesn't have to book a world title into WrestleMania's main event, something fans saw last year when Night 1's main event was a tag team match involving Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, it's bound to raise eyebrows. After all, Punk, Reigns, and Rollins have each made it clear that they want a world title, but now they're stuck in a feud, albeit a very interesting one. I mean, who doesn't want Punk, Reigns, and Rollins to clash at WrestleMania? It's more or less a dream match.
Facts.
Now, at one point, WWE seemed to be headed for a triple threat between Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and The Rock, but that no longer appears to be the case. As for Reigns' absence, it's no surprise, as the Tribal Chief is a WWE part-timer. Rollins' post-Rumble attack on Reigns was a smart way to write him off television and further his long-brewing feud with the Visionary. What do you think of WWE going in this direction for WrestleMania? Was it the right choice? I mean, how many times are we going to go for a WrestleMania and Punk is still not going to get his WrestleMania main event? Judging by how much mileage that Punk has in WWE as a wrestler, he's not got long left. Is there any reason why WWE keeps snubbing him at the main event? Do you think there'll be any chance of Punk getting into a title match somehow? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up,
and here's the thing. They could pull a swerve and actually have him in the main event. We don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I would love that match. The question is, if they do set that match, that means most likely, depending on, it would most likely be a situation where maybe Gunther and Jay because I do feel like that's going to be the match that they have at WrestleMania. I don't know if that would main event if this match is there, but then it would make sense for the World Heavyweight Championship to main event, you know, night one potentially. But I mean, last year it didn't. It didn't main event. So I don't know. They could still have him have a main event night one be that triple threat match if they wanted to. They could do that. So they have options. So would I be mad about this? Absolutely not. I would book it if that's the route they're gonna go. But at the same time, we don't know. So y'all definitely comment down below what y'all want to see. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins try to murder each other at WrestleMania this year in a triple threat. I would definitely would love to see that, man.
Is Drew McIntyre still angry with WWE? Now, is Drew McIntyre still upset with WWE management? You may recall the story that the Scottish Warrior was furious with LA Knight, who allegedly threw off the timing for the Royal Rumble spot where Damian Priest threw him out. There were also murmurings that Drew was very disappointed with plans with them having facing Priest at WrestleMania, with PW Insider describing it as a nothing match. Drew was also seen cursing and shouting and left the arena quite quickly, even before the Rumble had finished. However, whatever happened, Sportskeeter's Dr. Chris Featherstone is now tweeting, Drew McIntyre's frustrations have cooled off and things are moving forward, WWE sources have informed me. There's no word if Drew vs Damian is still planned for Mania, as last week's SmackDown featured a confrontation between Jacob Fatu and Damian Priest that fans are still buzzing about. But is there any heat on LA Knight?
I'm willing to bet, you know, tempers, you know, got heated, but I'm willing to bet, you know, things have cooled down, and, you know, I'm sure whatever they got planned, we don't know if it's going to be Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre, but whatever they got planned, I'm willing to see it out. Things happen in the Royal Rumble. Spots get missed. It's a lot of chaos and moving parts. So, you know, I'm pretty sure he may have been frustrated in the moment, but they're professionals. You know, you get mad, you get upset, but at the end of the day, you know, you make things right and you move forward. So I wouldn't really too much harp upon it. I know some people are trying to make it potentially a big deal, but I don't think it is. I mean, it's wrestling. People get upset with each other. It's part of the business, I'm sure.
Now, speaking of LA Knight, is there any heat on Knight for his alleged blunder? Well, not according to two new reports. In an update to the situation, Bodyslam.net and PW Nexus's Viper reports have confirmed that LA Knight does not have any heat on him internally for the botched Drew McIntyre elimination spot with Damian Priest this past Saturday at the 2025 Rumble. But do you think Knight did anything wrong? What do you think is next for the megastar? Will he continue chasing Shinsuke Nakamura for the US Championship or work against someone else? Next up, WWE changing plans for Alexa Bliss. Now, Alexa Bliss is back in WWE, but a new report from PW Insider suggests WWE is rethinking its plans to have Bliss wrestle on Raw. The report states Bliss may be headed to SmackDown, with the WWE putting her into the Wide Six. A rumor had it that Bliss was going to join Uncle Howdy's fiendish faction, but these plans seemingly went up in smoke after reports surfaced of Bliss and WWE clashing over a new deal. But it seems those plans are now 100%, as PW Insider just recently reported we can confirm this morning that is 100% where she will be going on SmackDown. Okay. Now, there seems to be a quick hint in the Lily doll as well, as when Alexa Bliss brought a new Lily doll out at the Royal Rumble, eagle-eyed fans noticed that there was a 6 in her eye. Could this be Bliss teasing that she was going to be in the Wyatt 6 after all? Next up, an update on Jordynne.
I hope they don't immediately do it. I want them to kind of have Alexa Bliss do her own thing, but eventually it may go down that path. I don't want them to just jump to her immediately being affiliated with them. We know they're loosely affiliated through Bray. I think have her do her own thing for a little bit. We still have time to WrestleMania. You can build towards that. Just I don't think they should rush into that.
Grace's WWE deal. Jordynne Grace has signed with the WWE, a much anticipated move that was confirmed by WWE last week. However, how long is the former TNA Knockouts champion signed with WWE for, and how does WWE intend to use her? Well, Fightful Select had this to say about Grace's deal, as the report notes Grace has signed a 5-year contract which keeps her in WWE through 2029. In addition, Grace has the rights to her ring name and theme song.
Awesome.
As for how WWE plans to use her, Fightful notes the plan is of her being signed headed to NXT brand for at least some time being. WWE sources that we've spoken to claim that Grace signed a main roster level deal. Most in the company don't expect her to be in NXT long. We're not been told she's planned for tonight's show, but will be near the Performance Center, at least temporarily. Next up, Logan Paul went...
Yeah, I can see her being there for a little bit. I don't even know if they, I don't even know if they would put the title on her. I think I don't know. Because honestly, I think you could put her on the main roster. Maybe to kind of get her feet wet in the WWE system. But honestly, I think you can put her on the main roster. She got the appeal in the sense of she looks like a credible threat. If you're going to put her in NXT, you most likely would put the belt on her. But that means she would be in NXT for at least a little bit. So, honestly, I would probably just, maybe have her train, you know what I'm saying, in the Performance Center, whatever the case may be. But, yeah, I would definitely put her on the main roster, bro. She has the appeal. People can buy into that, buy into her. I would definitely put her on the main roster, in my personal opinion. So.
And off script at the Rumble. And did Logan Paul go into business for himself at the Royal Rumble? Well, that's a claim Paul made during an episode of his Impulsive podcast. The former United States champion discussed how he nearly came to blows with his friend Kai Cenat. I'm like, what's this Kai? And sure enough, I look up and there's Kai Cenat. He's chirping at me, and I just got thrown out of the Rumble. I'm like, bro, I don't need this energy. I was frustrated, so I basically blamed the entire loss on him. He just started going at it, and he fired back at me. Meanwhile, I'm like, do I risk my job and drag him over the barricade, like distract from the match? Because, bro, I don't even know how I got eliminated from the Rumble. Now, both Kai and Logan Paul were dropping numerous F-bombs that was over a live stream. And you can tell that it actually got heated. Paul is notorious for working people, which is one of the reasons he's an ideal fit for pro wrestling, so it's possible he was just looking for heat for himself or on Kai. Next up, Bloodline.
I didn't even know that. That's actually pretty funny. But fuck you, Logan. That's exactly what I said. Hey, fuck you. That's why you lost. Go back to the back, you JAG. What? Oh, pull me over that barricade. Hey, we're going to have another match. Anything goes match. A falls count anywhere. What? Fuck you in Prime, Logan.
Takeover WWE 2K25 continues. Now, fans of the Bloodline should be happy after news dropped about more Bloodline members being added to 2K25. For those who haven't been following the news on the video game, there will be a special Bloodline edition of the game. And in addition, Xavier Woods recently revealed that 3-minute warnings Rosie and Jamal will be in the game. This will actually mark Rosie's first in-game appearance ever. As for Jamal, he's only ever been in a video game as Umaga, dating back to SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, and most recently, he's now in the 2K25 game
as
Umaga. However, he did strangely appear as Jamal in Wrestle Kingdom. But there's also more news, as the Wild Samoans of Afa and Sika will also be in the game, making their debut into the video game franchise.
That's cool.
Next up, a WWE superstar back soon. The WWE superstar Jade Cargill has been out of action following a mysterious backstage attack. While fans still don't know if the attack was to cover up a legitimate injury or something else, we do know Jade is training at the Performance Center. PW Insider reports Cargill has been spotted at the PC, and the current belief is that she'll be back for Wrestlemania 41.
Okay.
A rumor has it that Cargill's return will lead to a storyline where a assailant is revealed, resulting in Cargill and Belair dropping the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship without taking a pin. Now, this raises some interesting scenarios, including that Jade was attacked by Bianca or Naomi. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, as WWE could surprise fans with an alternate story. Next up is Jim Johnston back in WWE. Now, unfortunately, there's bad news to report, as WWE fans hopes that composer extraordinaire Jim Johnston returned to WWE are the result of a technical error. Inside the Ropes explain what led to this error, as on the February 3rd episode of Monday Night Raw, fans spotted an interesting name in the credits. Johnston was listed as being responsible for the New Day's theme song, leading to speculation that he was back in the fold of the sports entertainment giant. However, Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp tweeted, "For those asking, Jim Johnston is not back with WWE and is not expected back." Fightful reports that Johnston's name was mistakenly put in the credits, resulting in the confusion. Now, Jim Johnston is a beloved figure among WWE fans for the many fantastic theme songs he composed during his roughly 30-year run in the promotion. This included entrance music for D-Generation X, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Mr. McMahon, to name a few. Sadly, WWE opted to release him in 2017, and one of the biggest complaints is that WWE superstars' entrance themes are generic, something evident by fans' inability to tell who just entered the Royal Rumble when the WWE plays their theme song, apart from the most popular superstars, that is. Next up, another superstar sideline.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I did like the New Day's their new entrance. theme music. I was rocking with it. Fits their heel gimmick and character. So when I did see that, I was like, oh, well, that would make sense. But apparently that's not the case. So we don't know. But that's very interesting that that would be there on the closed captions. Johnston, why would that be there? Don't know.
By an injury. That's bad news for
Oh,
Apollo
yeah, I
Crews
did hear
fans,
about
as the
this,
former
too.
IC champion and United States champion has confirmed the rumors that he is injured. Crews took to Instagram to inform the WWE Universe heading into surgery today. A few weeks ago on SmackDown, I tore my pec. An unfortunate situation.
Jeez.
Sometimes you do everything right, but there are just some things beyond your control. I'm looking forward to the road ahead, attacking it with a positive and unstoppable mindset. Now we're wishing Apollo a fast and full recovery.
For sure, for
And
sure.
Finally, Hollywood eyeing Alexa. Last but not least, is Hollywood looking at Alexa Bliss as a possible commodity? PW Insider has an interesting report on Little Miss Bliss following a return at Saturday's Royal Rumble. Bliss's big reaction at the Royal Rumble caught the attention of some in the Hollywood circles. Bliss has had several minor roles in Hollywood, including a supporting voiceover role in the anime series Sakamoto Days. But there you have it, folks. The wildest news stories and
You know, Hollywood stay lurking, especially around the WWE parts in the WWE realm. So I don't know. Be interesting to see her on the big screen or the television screen. You don't know. We'll see. But hey, man, this was a pretty interesting news-filled video. Subscribe to Wrestlemania if you haven't already. They have a lot of dope wrestling-related videos that are not news-centric, but I think you guys would enjoy. So I'm gonna link down the original video down below. But the idea of CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins at this year's WrestleMania, not gonna lie, quite interesting. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that potentially happening as well. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. See y'all next one. Peace.